Through the madness, I'm a shining gem. Lay my grandmom down, still ain't shed a tear. Lost Stacy, buried Carl in the same year. All the people gave me game faded in the wind.
Maya Angelou. A poet, singer, and activist. Times were rough growing up, but that didn't stop her from making so many achievements. Maya Angelou, born April 4, 1928. She grew up in Stamps, Arkansas. She even was honored at a city park and lake after she had passed away, and to this day this park and lake still represents as a memorial. Her mother was Vivian Baxter. Maya and her mom didn't have a strong bond for a little of her childhood because of the divorce. Bailey James Johnson and her mom divorced when Maya was only 3. Maya as an adult stated they even argued about how they were to break up. Neither wanted the responsibility of taking care of kids.
Her mom was not present in her life from ages 3 to 13. Maya and her brother Bailey stayed with Mama Henderson, their grandmother, until reuniting with their mom when she was 13.
Maya Angelou's brother was Bailey Johnson Jr.B. He played a significant role in her life and was very close to her. Maya often referred to him as my only brother and they shared a deep bond. Bailey was a pivotal figure in her early years, especially during their time living with their grandmother in Stamps, Arkansas. He supported and protected Maya through many of the challenges they faced growing up. During her early years, Maya Angelou helped out in her grandmother's general store. This experience exposed her to a variety of people and situations. She also faced significant challenges, including racial discrimination and personal trauma. Despite these difficulties, she excelled in school and developed a love for literature. These formative experiences played a crucial role in shaping her identity and future career as a writer and poet.
In her early years at only 16, she became the first Black female streetcar conductor.
You say that your mother's love encouraged you to live your life with pizzazz.
Yes.
Would you say that you've had a life filled with pizzazz?
Yes, I have.
You have such a long list of achievements as we were compiling them. You were the first Black streetcar conductor in the city of San Francisco.
I was 16.
You were 16.
Yes, I was Black, 16, and had the nerve to want. I saw women on the streetcars with their little changer belts, with, that, and they had caps with bills on them, and they had form-fitting jackets.
You liked the uniform?
I loved the uniforms. So I said, that's the job I want. And
they never hired a Black person?
They had never, no.
So did you see that as the accomplishment that it was at the time?
No, my mother did. Because I said, I went down to place an application and they wouldn't even give it to me. And so I went back to my mother and I said, they wouldn't even allow me to apply. She asked me why. Do you know why? I said, yes, because I'm a Negro. She said, yes, but do you want the job? I said, yes. She said, go get it. Here, I give you money. Every day you go down, be there before the secretaries get there. You sit there in the office. You read one of your big, thick Russian books. I was reading Dostoevsky or Tolstoy or something at the time. She said, and then when they go to lunch, then you go. Go to a good restaurant. You know how to order good food. Go back before the secretaries get there. I did all of it, and then sit there until they leave. They laughed at me. They pushed out their lips. And used some negative racial things, but I sat there
at 16.
Yes, but look at here. Here was the thing. I sat there because I was afraid to go home. I was afraid to tell my mother that I wasn't as strong as she thought I was.
Wow.
So I sat there for 2 weeks, every day. And then after 2 weeks, a man came out of his office. He said, come in. And he asked me, why do you want the job? I said, I like the uniforms. And I said, and I like people. And so I got the job.
Later on, Maya attended Mission High School and won a scholarship to study dance and drama at San Francisco's Labor School, leading into her passion for music.
In 1957, Miss Angelou recorded her first album.
This is the most exciting rhythm of all, the Calypso. Going with Miss Calypso herself, Maya Angelou.
After years of music, dance, and acting, she became recognized for her other talents. In 1970, she published her first autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, which led to many supporters of her writing career. Maya Angelou is known now for her variety of poetry and books. Today she has 7 autobiographies and several books of poetry. Her first book being Why the Caged Bird Sings in 1969, and her last book, Mom and Me, being published in 2013. Although of her passing away at 86 years old, Miss Angelou will always be known as the motivational and successful woman she was.
I would like to say something else about that, finding courage in the leaders and in you who will become leaders. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. You see? You can't be consistently kind or fair or humane or generous, not without courage, because if you don't have it, sooner or later you'll stop and say, the threat is too much, the difficulty is too high, the challenge is too great.